Hello everyone, welcome back to me in a pit lane. I'm so excited, and that's not just because Apt have put on the winner of the 2012 Eurovision Song Contest, Loreen Euphoria. Absolute banger. No, honestly, it's such a joy to be back in the Formula E paddock, and you know what this means. If I'm standing here, if I'm looking down here, we know exactly what's going to happen. Let's have a little wander, let's have a talk about Formula E before Jack has a go at me for dancing to Loreen Euphoria, because I will. Right, let's start with Apt. And this year they really have gone up the leaderboard because of Nico Müller. He's had an absolutely fantastic season. However, he is off at the end of this weekend. We don't know where yet. We presume it's going to be Andretti, but that's still yet to be confirmed. But Lucas Di Grassi, he is so happy to see the back of the season. He actually said he's really happy to see the back. He's happy to move on from Mahindra. Ouch. But yeah, no, the fact that the split of points is, I think Nico Müller's got like 36, Lucas Di Grassi has got 2. It's just like the difference between Loreen, the Sweden, and UK in the Eurovision Song Contest. It's I'm going to make as many jokes about the Eurovision Song Contest because Loreen's played. But yeah, no, Müller is sad to leave Apt after multiple seasons because he said it feels like his second family, but he's seen an opportunity that's too good not to pass up, and so he will move on to pastures new at the end of this weekend. Who replaced him, we don't know, but I'm going to be very sad and move away from the Eurovision Song Contest now. Right, it's the beast of right, let's head on to Mahindra, who have had... We knew it was going to be a difficult season, but they've got better. Nick De Vries and Eduardo Moltara both knew what they were signing up for. They both knew it was going to be a difficult season. There is Edo having a little chat with Sebastian Buemi. I mean, Edo got a pole in Berlin. Nick got some points eventually in Shanghai. But Nick has also had to deal with learning Gen 3 because he wasn't around this time last year. So yeah, they've had to learn that. Right, let's head down to ERT, where honestly I'm actually really happy to say this because Dan Ticktum has said that he's really happy where he is mentally at the moment. Like we can't diss mental health too much. I've started having therapy this year. If you need it, go for it. Genuinely, life changer. But it's fantastic to see that Dan is happy and content where he is in Formula E right now. He thinks he's going to be sticking around for next season in this team, and he's had an all right year. Yeah, I'd say probably Sergio's had the better of Dan this year, but yeah, he loves this place. It's a little bit quirky, a little bit fun to drive, and so the thing is, we know what this place is like. So if they stick it anywhere near the front tomorrow, that'll be fantastic for the ERT team. And we've seen what they've been like in qualifying recently, so it's a huge possibility. So McLaren, Sam Bird is obviously his first season with the team. He's actually happy with how this season's gone. Obviously he missed a few races because of his hand, but obviously the highlight being that brilliant Sao Paulo victory where Tom Brooks lost his voice. In terms of this circuit, he's not the biggest fan of it, and obviously that's the thing that people are talking about here, because this circuit is completely different to anything that we see on the calendar. That's why the energy is so much reduced this weekend. It is basically Formula E's Monaco. What Monaco is to Formula One, this is to Formula E, because it's so tight and twisty, and you can't get top speed nearly anywhere on the circuit. So they have to reduce the energy. Otherwise, it would be like going to Monaco and putting a Monza fuel load in for Monaco. It just doesn't make sense. Sam loves being in London, but and I know that he feels the crowd a lot here. JQ's is also his home race, But the big questions around Jake is, will he be still wearing papaya next year, or is he going to move elsewhere, like a certain team in red right next to him? So let's have a talk about Nissa, because Sasha's season, like he came into the season with the wrong mental state, and from there it's just sort of spiraled to a point where it just hasn't really worked out in the end for Sasha, and his job is on the line, which is such a shame, because we saw how much of a great rookie year he had by getting that pole position in Cape Town. He was fighting for. He was in the fight for podiums all last season. This year it just hasn't been the same, and Ollie Rowland had just smashed it out of the water, coming back after half a year out of Formula E, and he came back and he's had a fantastic season. He's not thinking too much about the championship. He was very vocal about keeping places like London on the calendar, instead of moving away to these, like, I'm being welcomed to something. They're practicing something. Have a look at this, Jack. Are they going to do some dancing? What? Oh, Oliver Rowland's finished third, everyone. Place your bets now. Who's finishing second? This is very exciting. Oh, there is Oliver Rowland on the podium. Oh, congrats to him. Good job. Who's finishing second? Oh, he's a Jag driver. Nick Cassidy, that could be championship done for him. If he finishes second tomorrow, that could be it. That could be his championship there and then. Just going to stand out of the way of other people. However, they put the world champion board out. The thing is, it's trying to communicate. So, Jay Dennis has won. Could he, if this happens tomorrow, I think Cass might actually do it mathematically. I'm trying to work out in my head. But isn't this very exciting? Finding out the results 24 hours before they actually happen. You don't get this anywhere else. Should we have a little wander? If we wander more this way, the quieter it's going to get, all right? Let's talk about Maserati. We've timed this fantastically. So, let's continue. Oh, please be upstanding for the anthem, everyone. Oh, just King, long live on. This is the best one yet. I've been away a year and like I forgot how funny these were. So, Maserati, should we talk about them? Let's start with Jayan. It's been a tough season for Jayan because you say this, they're now going to play the US anthem because Andretti won. Yeah, here we go. Jayan's had a tough season. Ed, don't you dare edit any of this out. This is hilarious. Gunter, he's probably going to end best of the rest this year. He's had a solid one, obviously the win in Tokyo, podiums in Misano as well. Jayan, like it's been about race management. He's got on top of qualifying. He's had a solid quali performance, especially in the second half of the year. Got to the Jules Interior, which was like race 2 or 3. Great. If he sticks around for next season, I hope he does, because no one deserves just 1 year in this championship. Yeah, he'll have a lot to learn. And if he doesn't work out in his sophomore year, like Sasha has, that might be it. Right. Isn't it great to listen to the anthems? We'll do DS Penske while we're here. And the big news here is Stoff is off. He will leave the Penske team at the end of this weekend, move on to pastures new, probably into the garage behind. There might be a switch of drivers there. Yeah, it's been 2 difficult years, but hoping that a fresh start. It's getting even louder. This is the wildest one yet. Yeah, it's been difficult years for Stoff, so moving on to pastures new. Quali's been strong, which might work in his favour this weekend. You never know, might end on a high. But yeah, Stoff will leave the squad, but he doesn't know where he's heading off to next. I'm gonna try and doorstep Nick Golding here. You about? Can you talk or not?
Can I ask my agent quickly?
What?
Can I ask my agent?
Yeah.
While I'm always around still.
This is the middle of the pit walk. I've had to endure this since
You say that. I was just doing an F1 video for work as the British and American anthem started playing, so I've had to apologise to our viewers. Hello, by the way, guys. Picko's at Formula E.
Oh yeah, no.
It's been a while.
It has, and then they've thrown this on me.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that's it.
I want to find out though. I want to find out.
The last 10 minutes it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, but I want to. How do we get up there? That's the question. You see, it's like some fans up there. How do we do that? I want us.
There's some stairs just down the side. We could.
I know this stairs. Should we go for it? Should we go?
Can I finish the pit walks first and then?
I think though, you know, that'd be an amazing way to end the pit walk on the podium. Still though, I want to find out, if you're watching this, how do me and Picko take part in the practice celebrations? I want to be on there with Picko. Can you imagine that, me and you?
I'd love that.
Practice? What position would you go for though? I'm going straight to number 1, I don't care. I'll be arrogant.
My mind. Yeah, no, you can go for P1. I'll go P3 just to make it interesting.
Oh, bless you. Well.
Yeah.
What do you want to ask me? Come on, you got my time.
I just wanted to point out how awful the last 5-10 minutes has been. Just me trying to shout at this whilst everything going on.
It was going to be quiet and I could quickly record a video, and I've still got nothing to do. And all of a sudden, we were halfway through, and I thought it's amazing, it's going so well. And then it's still fans up there now. It's the longest podium celebration I've ever seen. But yeah, come on, who do you think's going to do it? Title, come on. I've been asking lots of people, and everyone's giving different answers.
So, for me, I think it is Cass.
Really?
Yeah, if you think about it, he had a really good weekend last year, and if you take out the Buemi incident...
Yeah. See, I don't think it's the man who's behind you right now, Jev. I think he's too far with drift, but I think he's going to win a race this weekend. There are some drivers with nothing to lose. You look at the Jake Dennis, Ollie Rowland in a way, obviously Jev. I think Mitch. It's the 5th year in a row he's entered the last city, the season finales. It's not finale, we've got 2 races. And every year he's been closer and closer, and he's not had an incredible season. Yeah, he's the closest he's ever been to the top of the championship and going into the last city. I think Mitch. I really do.
That's fair. Right, I'm gonna let you get.
Go now.
No.
All right, fine. You interrupt me, then you want me to.
No. It's just I've got these 4 teams left to do, and I had to fight my way from. I think it was about. Also at the start, we started. We started, and Euphoria started playing, and so.
Go on, go finish.
Yeah, no, right, okay. I'll see you in a bit. Nick Golding, Racing News 365. Right, shall we continue? They've shut up. They finally shut up. Right, let's have a talk about Porsche. We've got 4 to go. Let's make this quick because everything has gone on. Jack is nodding his head. Right, we'll rattle through this. Spoke to Antonio Felix da Costa. He will not rue that disqualification in Misano. I asked him if he needed therapy, if he might need therapy if he finishes within 25 points of the win. No, he will go surfing in Portugal instead. All eyes for him are on the Teams Championship and the Manufacturers Championship, and will be happy to play second fiddle to Pascal Wehrlein, who's 12 points behind Nick Cassidy in the fight. Right, let's keep this going, Jack. Come on, come and catch up, because we've already run way too long on this one. Jake Dennis, it's not been the championship defence that he wanted. Firstly, I want to say a huge thanks to Liv, who is amazing, who let me be in the garage for P1. It was such a cool experience. Honestly, so cool. Yeah, Jake knows his championship chances are basically done. Hope for more in this season, but that's how it goes. But he loves this pace. We know he loves this pace. He's won here like what, 4 times, and then won the championship here last year. So you never know. Norman Natto, and I feel sorry for Norman because it looks like he's moving again. And it'll be his 5th team in as many seasons or something like that. But yeah, no, Norman, I think he's had a solid season. The thing is, he's a bit of a late bloomer. He won his last race. He won the last race he did for Venturi. It was his second last race weekend. He got the podium for Nissan, and then he started showing up in Shanghai, which was like what, fourth to last race weekend? I can't remember. Right, and are we looking at the championship contenders? Is it Kiwi versus Kiwi? Can you see the Kiwis? The Kiwis are there. Yes. Nick Cassidy leads the championship by 12 points over Mitch Evans and also Wehrlein. Yeah, Evans actually had a little spin in the attack charge shakedown session. So that was interesting. Yeah. Sure, people are going to say, oh, inter-team rivalry or team orders. James Bartley's been very firm. I don't think there's going to be any team orders unless it desperately has to come in. These guys are free to race, which is good. We want to see that. And then we come down to Envision, and yeah, Buemi. I mean, both Buemi and Robin have been disappointed with their season. Obviously, they missed those 2 races in Berlin, which didn't help. However, last time out in Portland, they actually had decent races. Double podium for Robin Freins, and Buemi had a solid run. I think it was on the Sunday. He came from 22nd through to 9th. So, yeah. At the end of the day, Robin said that they just struggled to read races this season. Right, we've made it, everyone. Yeah, like I just mentioned there was an attack charge shakedown earlier. As far as I'm aware, nothing went hugely wrong. According to Andretti, everything was fine, but I haven't asked up and down the pit lane. So yeah, fingers crossed, that's a good omen for next season. But yeah, this took way longer. Thank you, FIA, for doing your podium celebration practice right in the middle of the pit walk. And we will see you tomorrow for the second pit walk. Bye-bye.